Make no mistake. War is coming. With all its glory and all its horror.
The answers you seek lie within. Study it well. The fate of creation hangs in the balance.
Nice to see you too.
You ain't gonna believe this, but I just saw Zerratul on the ship.
How much did you have to drink tonight, sir?
He was here, Matt. And he was hurt. On the run from something.
Where is he now, sir?
I don't know. But he ain't on the ship anymore. He gave me an Eon memory crystal, and he was desperate for me to study it. I guess he wants me to see what he's seen.
Had any visitors lately?
I don't know what you're talking about, Tosh.
Oh, I think you do, James Raynor. Something was on this ship just now. I still smell it on you. Protoss. Interesting.
Whatever you think you know, you just keep it to yourself. I hear you yapping about this, and I'll toss you out the airlock.
I see we have a new acquisition. Is it a Protoss device?
That's right. But I wouldn't mess with it if I were you. It's a Kadaran Eon crystal. It's a memory storage device. Lets you experience what other people have seen or done. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Yet you don't fear it at all. You're a fascinating man, Jim Raynor. You know more about the Protoss and the Zerg than any of the experts I've read about.
Zerratul. What the hell have you gotten yourself into?
Friend Raynor, long has it been since we stood together against the Swarm. Since then, I have wandered the void in solitude, seeking an ancient prophecy rumored to foretell the return of the Xel'Naga. My sojourn led me to a remote world known as Ruland, where I discovered fragments of the prophecy. Yet I was not the first to find them. It falls to you now, old friend, to relive my memories and believe. The Zerg swarm came as was foretold. And the Protoss, firstborn of the gods, rose to fight them. Now, the Xel'Naga that forged us all are returning. What do they come to save? Or to destroy?
I knew you'd find your way here. Eventually.
Your very presence defiles this place, Kerrigan.
Do you hear them, Zerratul? Whispering from the stars. The galaxy will burn with their coming.
Perhaps. But you won't live to see it.
Please. Our petty conflicts mean nothing now. A storm is coming that cannot be stopped. Fitting that we should face oblivion together.
Never!
Fate cannot be changed. The end comes. And when it finds me, I shall embrace it at last.
The prophecy is uncertain. There is always hope.
So, this is a mission where we don't have a base, we just control Zerratul.
The prophecy
Which
was divided into fragments,
can be kind of tricky in some
each
ways.
kept at separate shrines. I must gather them and depart this world quickly.
Now, Zerratul here is in perma-stealth.
This chasm is vast. It is fortunate that I can phase through the shadows to the other side.
Yep, he has the ability to blink, which is very helpful. And because he's stealth, the Zerg don't see him, but there are certain units, towers and things that will reveal him.
My calling.
We have to watch out for that.
My allegiance is yours. We must not hesitate. In the service, spore crawlers can detect my presence. I should stun them with my void prism.
Alright, so we are going to blink right in there next to it, void prism real quick, so it doesn't reveal him. Then we will kill the spore crawler and
Honor commands.
the rest of the Zerg.
Glory.
Alright, so here we have an Ultralisk, and we have 2 spore crawlers now. So the problem is that we can't void prison them both. So, alright, watch out for these little Zerglings, just pick them off. But we can void prism the Ultralisk. So we're going to do that, kill him. So that Hydralisk when he pops up. Zerratul does a lot of damage, so you can actually burn these things down real quick. Like, he does, yeah, 100 or 125 depending on their armor type. So we'll kill these guys. Always a good idea to kill the detectors.
That spore crawler can detect me from across the chasm. It must be destroyed.
So yeah, pretty much like what we just did before. Void Prism the spore crawler and blink over. And then I think there's an achievement for killing so many Zerg, so you can take your time and just pick off all these guys once the detectors are down.
That overseer can see through my cloak.
I'm not going to worry
I'd
about it
best
too
stun
much.
it with my void prison before crossing this chasm.
Gotta wait for him to get back in range. And pop over and kill all the Hydralisks before the Void Prism wears off.
In the service of iron.
There we go.
Glory to the Firstborn. The first fragment of the prophecy. Soon all will be made clear.
Why not surrender yourself to oblivion, Zerratul? Wouldn't it be better to end your struggle now than witness the final agonizing moments of your species?
The foreboding prophecy weighs heavily on my heart. I'd best reach the... So much for Kerrigan's reprieve.
Oop, alright, so now we have some Stalkers here warping in, and Stalkers are helpful because they, unlike Zerratul, have a ranged attack, so they can take out flyers.
I will...
Greetings, Exalted One. We are here in the service of High Templar Karas. He is nearby.
Your presence is most welcome. Let us keep moving.
So, also like Zerratul, the Stalkers have the ability to blink.
Command.
Permit us to destroy their defenses before we proceed.
Alright, oop. So what we're going to do here, so we're going to wait a second for that guy to get close. Void Prism the Detector. Have Zerratul blink down here and kill these Hydralisks, so we don't actually have to engage them with our Stalkers, and risk Stalkers taking damage.
My burdens weigh.
And then take that guy out. Now they got quite a little group of guys down here.
I will.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for the Detector to come back, and we're gonna try and if we can pick them off with these guys without drawing too much attention from everything else. Maybe a Mutalisk for 2, but just try not to pull all of them at once. Since we don't have a base, it's important to keep the guys we have as alive as possible. That means maybe going in with Zerratul while he's stealthed and killing most of this stuff first. That's what we're going to do. So we should be able to take out the Overseer now. But we pulled the Ultralisk. It's alright. We'll Void Prism him. He can't attack us, and then kill him. Zerratul run in here, and we got that Spine Crawler still. Zerratul. Keep him back here so they don't aggro too early. Zerratul blink in, Void Prism.
I am the voice of the Eclipse.
There we go. Then move everybody in to finish off the Spore Crawler and move on ahead.
That patrol of Brood Lords must be dealt with cautiously, or we will be torn asunder.
Okay, so I find the best way to deal with this, kind of wait for them to move up here and... Okay, good. So this one has noticed us. We're going to Void Prism him and pick him off while that's going.
I will erase.
And then we're going to kind of try and do the same thing with this one over here. Don't run too far ahead or you'll get the aggro of the Spine Crawlers.
My burdens. I will be redeemed. You address me. I will erase.
That was a mistake there. And then for these guys, run in and Void Prism them one at a time, pick them off.
I will be redeemed.
Cold is the void.
Take out the Overseer here.
My allegiance.
And Zerratul finish off the other Spine Crawler. Spine Crawlers and Spore Crawlers, they are not the same.
My burdens weigh heavily.
Alright, blink across the chasm.
Glory to the Firstborn. Prepare for an aerial attack. Brace yourselves, my brethren.
Target the Mutalisks. Add Zerratul, Void Prism, and take out that Ultralisk. Or you can get to your Stalkers there and have him assist with the Roaches as well.
You address me?
We lost one, but that's alright. I think we did pretty good there. We're about to get a few more anyway to reinforce our ranks. So.
The Queen of Blades built hatcheries here. She seeks to subvert this sacred world. I shall put an end to that plan.
Alright, so this is our bonus objective, is to find these 3 hatcheries and destroy them. So what we are going to try and do here is just kind of see if we can't pull some guys over here, kind of like we did at the last area. And Void Prism, we can get that Brood Lord's attention. Maybe these Mutalisks. The problem is you don't want to get quite close enough that the Spine Crawlers can attack you.
My allegiance.
Zerratul, Void Prism, Spine Crawler down there. Take out that Brood Lord and then this Mutalisk. Alright. And now, if we do this carefully, we can have Zerratul pretty much finish off everything off down there for us. So, Void Prism the Detector, we'll have him run down and real quick while we have a few minutes here, try and kill all these Spine Crawlers. Which we can't quite do. So be sure to swing when the Detector moves. And then when it comes back in a minute, we'll Void Prism it again.
Honor commands.
We'll be able to finish everything off. And we'll send in our Stalkers now to deal with that Mutalisk that's lurking about. Alright, not quite.
Cold is the void.
Link these guys down here to help Zerratul out. You can destroy this hatchery pretty quick. Alright, so that's one down. Oop, watch out for these guys called Broodlings.
I will be redeemed.
We're going to destroy these rocks, because we might need to run back up there in a minute.
My burdens weigh heavily. The second fragment of the prophecy. My task is nearly complete.
For the record.
Your hope is an illusion, old fool.
If you can so easily read my mind, Kerrigan, you'll see that I'll never give up, so long as hope remains. Careful now. Kerrigan has set guards to bar our way. It could be
okay, so we're going to put Zerratul over here. We're going to have these guys come up, and they should be able to take out this Overseer pretty quick.
Or risk being overwhelmed.
There we go. Oh, good. We actually got the attention of that Brood Lord.
I will erase the
so we're going to Void Prism him, and see if we can't take him out real quick. Oh, we have the Mutalisks too. I'd say focus on the Brood Lord first. He's more of a threat.
State thy bidding.
There we go. Alright, send them back up there. And we are going to have to time this pretty well. We're going to blink in and instantly throw a Void Prism on the Spore Crawler. Take it out.
My allegiance is yours.
Now, this isn't quite safe yet. If I remember, there is a burrowed Ultralisk. So bring these guys in. There it is.
It shall be as you.
Void Prism it up.
Cold is the void.
Take take it out. And then deal with that last mutalisk. Alright, so this next area is going to be kind of tricky.
The banelings spew acid when they die. Stalkers take
So we're going to have Zerratul run way kind of back up over here where he's out of the way, because he's not going to be much help with this. It's going to be all about our stalkers, and we're just going to kind of tiptoe along and kite them, blink ahead if we need to, and break these guys up into groups.
Be as you say.
Just kind of turn around occasionally and shoot them.
Unseen.
Alright, and then we're going to go back and kind of do that again with the rest of the group. We kind of broke it up and some of them retreated back. So, always be ready to blink, because sometimes you can't tell how close they are, especially when you're going up the cliff for the first time. We are actually a little bit close. We're taking a little bit of damage from these guys.
Zerratul, I serve for now. For the reckoning. Very well.
Got their attention again.
Intriguing. For the reckoning. State thy
Okay,
bidding.
a little too close.
It shall be as you say.
I'm actually going to have this one really damaged one kind of hang out in here.
I am the voice.
Maybe we can do this with just two.
We move unseen. Very well. I serve for now. For the reckoning. Very wise.
Alright, we took a little bit of damage there, but I think that's probably all of them.
For the reckoning.
I don't think there's any left
Intriguing.
in here.
Very well.
Okay, just a few. That's alright. Oh, don't accidentally walk into them when you're trying to attack, or give an attack command.
Very wise. It shall be as you say. Zerratul.
Alright, well that was not perfect, but
You address me.
we didn't all die horribly. So grab the rest of your guys,
Honor commands.
send them back in here.
Glory to the firstborn. We must not hesitate.
And I believe our next hatchery is down this way.
My allegiance, my burdens. This hatchery must be destroyed if I am to keep the Queen of Blades from subverting this land.
As soon as that guy comes back, we'll avoid prison him this time so
I
he can't
will
move.
erase the demons of the...
We are one with the shadows.
Kill the Overseer as fast as you can.
For the reckoning.
I will be redeemed.
And as soon as Void Prism is off its cooldown again, we're gonna Void Prism the Spore Crawler.
Honor commands.
There we go. That's why I didn't want to get too far in with those stalkers.
You require my skill.
Let's take them out of there. Alright. Oh, he's gonna hide from us. That's fine. You don't need to kill all the Zerg, just the hatcheries.
Glory to the firstborn.
Zerratul can kill it pretty quickly by himself, so. There we go.
I will fulfill my
And because he's
calling.
stealth, the drones won't even attack him.
You address me.
Alright, so we're gonna take these guys and keep moving here. We have another Overseer up there, who I don't think matters too much. Oh, okay, no, we got some Hydralisks and Zerglings. Oh, and more Banelings, actually. Alright, well, there went our Stalkers. That was not ideal, but we'll just keep moving.
Spine crawlers. Kill them before they can take root and attack.
I find the best way to deal with these guys
Fire will be
to kind of just ignore them and run right on past.
Of ire.
Since we don't have anyone other than Zerratul, it doesn't really matter.
We must not hesitate.
Antaro Tassadar, Prelate Zerratul. I am High Templar Karas. My force tracked the Queen of Blades to this world, yet we know not what she seeks.
Kerrigan and I were both drawn here to uncover an ancient prophecy. With your aid, I pray we can discover it before her.
It is an honor, Great One. Lead on.
Alright, so we're going to support these guys. We have a couple of stalkers warping in here. And of course we still have Zerratul. So Void Prism the Ultralisk, so they can kill it quickly and easily.
In a Void Prism. Bring it down, Karas.
And then just move in with your stalkers. Put your stalkers up here on the high ground and have them focus on the air units. Right, there we go. Now it's worth noting at this point they don't have a detector, so don't feel bashful about running in with Zerratul and just having him murder these things. And destroy the Nidus Worms first so they don't create any more reinforcements.
Zerratul has destroyed their worms. Press on.
Void Prism these Ultralisks again, or at least one of them. Alright, so there's our last objective. Don't grab it yet. It's tempting, but don't. That's because we need to get our last hatchery first. Once you take this, it'll activate like an ending sequence where you won't be able to get this anymore. So, you want to hop up and go over this way. And actually, we're going to bring these guys as well.
Very well.
Oh, no, I can't quite remember if we need that or not, but...
The Queen of Blades seeks to pervert this world with that hatchery. I must destroy it.
Okay, yep. Zerratul's probably not going to be able to do this quite on his own, so...
We move unseen.
I'd say send in all your stalkers. I'd Void Prism the Spine Crawler and take it out first. Don't let Zerratul get overwhelmed by the roaches.
I am the voice.
I will erase the deep.
But you should be able to finish most of them off. Don't worry too much if you lose too many stalkers. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Now, this hatchery will actually spawn more roaches, so be sure to destroy both of the detectors, just in case they make some before you can destroy it. Finish it off. Alright.
It is done. All of Kerrigan's hatcheries are destroyed. There is yet hope for this world.
Oh. When you leave, you can blink down this side.
Glory
about that.
to the firstborn.
And you want to do that anyway, it's much quicker. So,
You address me.
alright, now go and grab that last piece of the prophecy.
The final piece of the prophecy. It speaks of one who shall break the cycle of the gods.
Most ominous. But if the Queen of Blades seeks this prophecy, we must keep it from her.
The rest is obscured. What?
You might peel away the prophecy's layers, Zerratul, but you cannot outrun the doom that awaits us all.
We cannot prevail against so many.
I will stand against the Queen of Blades while you escape with the fragments.
I will not abandon you.
prophecy is more important than either of us. Reveal its secrets, Zerratul. The future rests on it.
Your sacrifice will not be forgotten, brother.
Alright, so now the last segment here, we just have to flee.
Get to the Void Seeker
And
before
I'd say
the
don't really
Zerg
worry
overwhelm
about
me and the
engaging
prophecy is
any of
lost.
these enemies. Just run past. Maybe throw a Void Prism up occasionally,
Be restored.
like on that thing.
My
And
allegiance
destroy the rocks if they're in your way.
Now, I shall become one
But not
with the
every
Condor.
time. Sometimes it's better to blink past the rocks and then let them
I
slow
must
down
get
your
to the Void
pursuers.
Seeker and preserve
Such
the
as right here.
prophecy. I will not let my brother's
But
sacrifice.
since Blink needs a few minutes to recharge, you might want to just destroy the second bunch. Blink past those. And there you go.
I cannot decipher the fragments on my own, yet I know who might interpret them. The preservers of Zerratul. If they cannot, I fear this entire universe will burn.